Hello there. Welcome to Dive in the Scriptures. Welcome to Dive in the Scriptures. Today we are looking at awareness, being aware or to be aware. Now, when there's a pandemic, when there's a disease outbreak, when there's a bad weather, we are made aware by the authorities. And what we either do is we stay away or we run away, you know. And most of us, when you hear the word awareness, we associate that word with caution, danger, and many things. But today we are looking at awareness. God is up to something. And in Luke 1, verse 38, he comes to this young lady by the name of Mary, and he makes this lady aware of what he's about to do. He makes her aware that she's part of God's plan, you know, to bring a baby into this world. A baby who is going to be the King of Kings, the Messiah, and is going to die for all of us. So she's made aware, you know. And we see the second thing that God, he goes to these men that are looking after animals, sheep, these shepherds, and he makes them aware of his plan, you know. And what God does, he gives them a guidance through a star, that if they follow this star, they will go up to where this child is. Then these men, through these men, God brings awareness to a man by the name of Herod. Now Herod is the president. Herod is the king. Herod has a dynasty, you know. And of course, when you're in royalty, when you're part of a dynasty, you always look forward to who you're going to pass on your position when you die. And when this Herod guy gets this information, it makes him uncomfortable, it makes him anxious, it makes him fearful, it makes him insecure, and it leads him on the road to evil, wanting to kill this Messiah, this baby was to be born. Now look at this. Same information, right? The information goes to Mary and the shepherds and the wise men. Now the same information goes to Herod, and there's a different response. This Christmas season, you and me, we can respond like Herod. You and me, or we can respond like Mary and the wise men and the shepherds. So now we know why Herod responded like that. That is how unbelieving people respond to the things of God. You know, unbelieving people, or people that maybe you're born again but you want to be in control of everything, when anything that is out of your control comes into your life, it threatens you. You become uneasy, you become nervous, you become anxious, you try to do everything to put it under. But here's the thing that we're learning today, that it's good not to be in control. It's okay, because in your life, when you become born again, you have a God who's in control. You have a God who's in control. So here is a notion. Here's the thing we hear in our society here. We hear things, especially during this time of the year. Some people, they say, okay, um, Christmas is for young people. It's not for us adults. You know, it's for young people. It's for the young. It's not for me. I'm an adult. You know, those days are gone. You know. Then also, many of us who are grown up, we become anxious because we want to meet the needs of Christmas. We become so busy that we miss what Christmas is all about. Some people will be so busy that they want to make more money on that day, and they'll miss the spirit of Christmas. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 says, there is time for everything. There's time for everything. What time is it now? It's time for Christmas. And God's time is, or God's idea, or God's desire is that you should be on the same page as God. What page is that? It's the Christmas time. It's a time of family. It's a time of being together, you know, to the glory of God. Being together in commemorating the gift of God by God giving us His Son. you know. And you can either miss that spirit of Christmas, okay, or you can do what Mary and the wise men did. What did Mary and the wise men do? What do we learn from these people? We learn this. The Mary, when the news came, when God made Mary aware, okay, of what his plan was, the first thing that we see that we can learn, okay, is surrender. Mary surrendered her body. Mary surrendered uh, her way of doing things. When God spoke through Joseph to say, let's get out of here, let's go to Egypt for the safety of the child, Mary responded. She responded, okay? The next, the wise men, okay, in the same surrender, the wise men, when they heard, when the wise men heard about what God was planning to do for the salvation of the world, what did they do? They put their tools down. They surrendered. They surrendered, and guess what they did? They went to find this child. Then, number two, worship. What Mary did, her response to God, from saying, "Be it unto me," the surrendering of her body, and from following the husband, you know, to Egypt for the safety of the child, all that is worship. Worship. The child is worthy. The child is the Messiah. The word worship is the word worthiness. Giving God his worth, acknowledging the worth of God. Okay? Then the wise men and the shepherds, the same thing. They left what they were doing and they went to worship this child. Who are these people? They are people of faith. Who is a person of faith in this day and age? It is you and I. If you don't want to miss the Christmas spirit, you can do the same thing by faith. The very things that these people did: surrender and worship. And I guarantee you, you will be young at heart. You will, that spirit, that joy that you used to have before when you were young, during this time of the year, you will come back. Okay? And this is the power of God. Remember, Christmas is about Jesus Christ. So we surrender our time for worship. Hey, if you've loved what you've heard, maybe you're not born again. Let me say this. When Jesus Christ came to earth, physically he was born in the manger, but he was passing through that, okay, by going to the cross in John 19:30 and finishing the work so that he can be born in you. This Christmas, don't miss it. Remember, surrender and worship. If you've never received Christ as your Savior, put your faith in what Jesus Christ did on the cross and who he is. Hey, God bless you. Thank you for listening. Look forward to the next video. Have a blessed Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for tuning in. Share this video. Let's together spread the gospel. Boundless, without any boundaries. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Let it be Jesus.